Steve is always trying to get me with the billionaire. I'm like, Uncle Steve, I don't need the billionaires. I just need some simple stuff. You know, I'm just laying low in private, love.
To get you with no billionaire, he trying to get you with somebody that has a plan to have something. That's what I keep trying to get you to do. You can't quit bringing these.
Have you ever met a woman that is just so perfect? I mean, she's the woman every man desires. She's beautiful, successful, popular, unproblematic, driven, happy, rich. Then she met him, and well, it all went downhill from there. When women are told not to date down, it causes a meltdown on the timeline a lot of time.
Oh, this modern woman. Damn this modern woman. They're gold diggers, a lot of them. They're no good. How dare you not want a man who has no money? Why are you so hypocritical?
There is a tirade of rantings on how modern dating is ruined, as if traditionally it's not the men's role to provide. It always boils down to how insufferable these new age women are. But hardly anyone wants to consider that dating a man you far out earn or provide for as a woman is not only not ideal, but unsafe for many women. Many men do not know how to navigate relationships where the woman provides for them. It messes with the psyche of a lot of them, and to gain control of their masculinity, they would much rather go the route of cheating or abusing instead of getting the help they desperately need. Hey guys. So before I go on with this video, I would like to say that what has happened to Keke Palmer is indeed very tragic, and this video is in no way justifying that. This video is really about Keke or this isolated incident, but made to tackle the psychology behind successful women ending up overcompensating in relationships when they settle. Now back to the video. It may seem shallow when a woman outrightly declares that she would not be dating a guy she far out earns, but many men are not looking to seriously date or settle down with a woman who pulls in more financially. Many relationships or marriages start to deteriorate when the woman maybe gets a promotion or starts to earn more. For many men, more money from the wife means conflict around decision making in the home, a bloated sense of ego from the wife. Whether this exists in their heads or in real life is a different topic. Insecurity based on the type of high value man a higher earning woman is now exposed to. Tougher competition for her attention. Feelings of inadequacy. Being held to a higher or stricter standard by a woman who is not impressed by their money. The list goes on. You think richer women tend to make smarter decisions in selecting a partner. Wait till you know the pressure a successful woman undergoes from being seen as intimidating in the dating world. So many women hold on to potential because they've been told that their wealth or success will scare men away, or that it would be hard to meet a man who matches their ambition. The other option is, of course, coming off as stuck up or arrogant, or being lonely, and so they embark on a build a man quest.
I can buy myself everything. I don't need you to buy me anything, love. The things that I need for you is money, what money can't buy.
I'm a nice guy, but he has to have a plan. He don't have to have $1 million yet, but he has to have a plan to get somewhere close to that, because you make a lot of money. What you cannot do is be taking care of nobody else. So what you can't give nobody your lifestyle.
Yeah.
The provider and protector woman. A woman who provides for a man may start to feel a little bit of discomfort as time goes by. She loves him, she doesn't judge him, he's doing his best, and she's holding him down. But the dynamics have changed. From the very first time you sent him that money to get a haircut, the dynamics have tipped. As corny as this sounds, you are leaving your feminine aura. Then something else kicks in. You don't only feel the need to keep holding your man down, you feel the need to defend, to protect. You have to protect your man from the scrutiny of terrible people who are raising eyebrows at the idea of you giving your man pocket money. The provider or even the 50-50 woman starts to feel a need to publicly declare that she doesn't judge a man that isn't bringing financial support to the table yet. Of course, in the future he may, but right now they're holding down the fort because he's bringing other things. He's getting out of bed each day to be there. He loves her, he supports her, and that is enough for her. Unfortunately, love is never enough. But she makes sure she's very loud in her conviction, just so he knows that she doesn't mind. Her poor baby. One might find this need to protect similar to the maternal one. It's her and a man or baby against the world. She also oddly feels a need to overcompensate for her masculinity, even though she's already compensating as much as she can by shouldering almost all the financial responsibilities in the relationship. She doesn't stop there, no. She starts to feel an unexplainable resentment for women who dares to say that they only date provider men. Every declaration is an attack on her man, and any attack on a man is an attack on her. These Jezebel women, they are so materialistic, and the reason men don't take women seriously anymore. Women like her are the reason men mistreat or stereotype every woman, and the reason there is a rip in the ozone layer. But not her. She's not like other girls. She slips her card under the table so that her man can pay for their meals at the restaurant while keeping his dignity and preserving his masculinity. She gets defensive when the topic of who should provide comes up and always makes her stance clear that a woman should be ready to, what's her new favorite word again? Ah, yes, compromise.
I'm not saying you gotta be a billionaire, because hell, I ain't a billionaire.
And I've dated some real horrible billionaires, honey. They're not good all the time. And that's why I stopped taking your advice. As they have just as much baggage as the rest of them. Trust me.
Why are you clapping for this ignorant mess right here?
Anyway, I was talking to somebody a couple of weeks ago, a very young, successful person. When I'm saying young, I'm talking like early 20s. That was like, you know, it's so hard for me to find somebody because ain't nobody really on my level. And it's just like, I have 20 years of experience that's granted me the level of success that I have now. So for me to expect that from anybody else in my age group, I think is, or for anybody to expect themselves to be anywhere near where I am without having 20 years of experience in anything, I think is entirely unfair and is a huge disservice. Like, character builds success. Success, unfortunately, does not build character. So just because you have it today does not mean you're going to have it tomorrow. And just because you don't have it today doesn't mean you're going to have it in your future. You know, I think we put so much pressure on ourselves and then we project that onto others. You say, oh, well, I want this and I want that. And if I can't have it, then the person I'm with, got to have it. Or the friends that I'm hanging with, got to have it. Everybody around me ain't got $1 million, then it ain't worth it. But it's like, what about growth? Like, we got to, instead of looking at what somebody's bank account looks like today or what somebody got or they can get us today, we got to look at what somebody's character looking like.
The inflow of agreements from many other men on the internet tells her all she needs to know. She is on the right path, so she continues her crusade. Oh, but the man sees this too, and he knows. He feels it, and in most cases, it kills his attraction. You are morphing into his mother. No man wants to lay down with his mother. I hope. But to the provider woman, the man values her more because she provides, because she gives and gives and gives. She is strong. He respects her for it. He doesn't mind spending her money, of course, but what she doesn't know is that she is no different from the woman who 100% depends on a man and makes it clear that without him, she cannot feed herself. There are two sides of a coin. You, the provider woman, have become his mother and made it clear to him that you have no standard for yourself. He knows he's not touching his full potential, and no matter how many times you tell him you are proud of him and you are sure he's trying his best, he feels no connection with himself and this flawed hero in a novel you are describing when you talk about him. He doesn't respect you for settling with him at his lowest because, believe it or not, many men's ability to be good partners tie in with whether they are financially stable and are able to provide. If you, an accomplished woman, choose to stick by them when they sleep on an air mattress and begin to baby them, not giving them a chance to grow, they believe you are desperate. Something has to be wrong with you. What game are you playing staying with a brokey? What sorcery is this? They are perplexed, they are suspicious, they are confused. And this is when the crazy accusations start to come in. There is no such thing as a man just showing interest in you. No, there is no way. You have to be entertaining him. And the reason why you're entertaining him is because you think he's better than your broke boyfriend. How dare you? How dare any other man outside of a relationship have an interest in you? You're definitely sleeping with him and you plan to leave him for a richer man sooner or later. You talk back at him? How dare you? That's only because you earn more than him and you have no respect for him and you're not submissive. Every action, every argument always comes back to the fact that you think you're better because you earn more. You are not resting in your feminine energy and now the relationship is off balance. You are the polar opposite of the woman who is 100% dependent on a man. Balance is important. A man doesn't respect the woman that calls him and begs for 2,000 naira to buy lunch because she hasn't eaten all day. It's tasteless and classless. You're not his little sister. No man wants to sleep with or is attracted to his little sister. Again, I hope. Some of these men are happier to give the woman that is asking for 100k for her hair because of course she is clearly well fed to be spending such amount on something as surface level as cosmetics than the one who is groveling for 2,000 naira to feed. On one hand, you are providing and protecting like his mother. This kills the relationship. On the other, you are heavily dependent on him for something as basic as eating as though you are his helpless baby sister. He doesn't respect you either. You'll find that many men do not want relationships that feel like incest. So often you'll hear a man declare a longing for a woman who can hold him down or bring something to the table. They froth at the mouth when a woman says she wants a provider man, yet they want a woman who is submissive. They have a disdain for men who spoil their women because it's making all these other women have standards. Ugh, what reasonable woman has standards? These are the exact type of men that don't make good partners. The term sassy man as being applied here is not meant to be homophobic or derogatory to men that present feminine, okay? So Let's just get that out of the way. A sassy man here is described as that man that is always in women's business. His hairline is also probably receding as a result of this. They are always on social media, not talking about the project they are working on or a hobby of theirs, but wailing once again about a woman somewhere that refused to date poor men. When a man accepts his role as a provider, he becomes in sync with his masculine side and money will flow to him. A man has to be tapped into the divine feminine. Only then would there be a good balance. Provide for your mom, your sister, your lover, or any woman in your life without any resentment. Women are by nature multipliers. Money will find its way back to you when you are tapped into the divine feminine. A man is always frustrated because he is in competition with women. He wants to be provided for. And when he does get a woman who provides for him, there is an internal tussle for his masculinity, and he has to either cheat to regain control or he becomes violent. Any man that has too much time to come on social media crying about women dating men for money is in his feminine energy. Avoid sassy men for your own safety. They say, oh, no one loves us when we don't have money, but they become terrible people when they don't have money. They resent women just for existing because they think women get paid just for having vaginas, why they have to toil and suffer. They will slut shame, then in the same breath say,
if I was a woman for a day, the things I would do.
Thereby implying that they will sleep their way into wealth. These same men that hate gold diggers also resent you for staying with them when they are broke. You may smile and slip him your card and he may take it and pocket it and you think, oh, I'm just holding my man down. But slowly and surely you are killing his attraction for you. As soon as they get money, they are going for the women whose Instagram page they've been stalking all along and try to get their attention by flashing their wealth. Suddenly, gold diggers are not all that terrible. Men love women that boost their social currency as well as their egos. He has all this money in his account and an eye candy that is very much sought after on his arm. Life couldn't get any better. That's why they drag Lori Harvey and will still be over the moon if she agrees to date them. The provider woman overcompensates and the perpetually hungry woman shows a lack of responsibility. Both traits can be detrimental to a relationship. If your major countenance in a relationship is an overwhelming fear of losing the man, either because you are scared you can't get someone else, or you don't know where your next meal will come from, and they sense this, you start to kill the spark. The quality woman knows that she is the prize and therefore she doesn't operate from a place of fear or make decisions with the scarcity mindset. She holds her man to a certain standard and her biggest worry is losing herself in a relationship. The provider man wants to ease off some financial responsibilities from his woman. He, of course, doesn't want an over-entitled woman who demands for his wallet with a scowl on her face when she can achieve the same result with a smile and rubbing off his head. Finding a good balance in your relationship where you are relaxed, happy and logical enough to make good decisions that benefit you both is the best way to go forward. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I would really love to hear your opinions on it. Whether or not you agree, let me know in the comments and I'll see you in my next video. And of course, a quality man with a provider mindset won't be watching videos like this to come and cry in the comment sections about women ruining the dating world because they are not chronically online, but out there in the real world doing something worthwhile. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.